Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great. In today's video, I wanted to do a soft glam with a cut crease with some soft browns. Anything I use will be listed down in the description box below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. While you're at it, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to see how I do this look, then keep on watching. To start this look off, I'm going to start with my brows, and I'm using the e.l.f. Brow Lift. To fill my brows in, I'm going to use the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. It's in the shade 4. To prep my eyes, I'm going to use the Maybelline Eraser Concealer in the shade 100. The brush I'm going to be using is a Morphe tapered brush. The palette I'm going to be using for this look is the Carli Bybel by Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Bow. The brush I'm going to be using is a Morphe M213 brush. This color I'm just going to place where I want it to be at, and then I'm just going to blend it out. The brush I'm going to use to blend it out is a Morphe M562 brush, and I'm just going to lightly buff it out on the top. Don't worry too much about the bottom because we're just going to use concealer to cover it up. Just blend that out slightly. To help blend that color out a bit more, I'm going to use this shade Chai with the same 562 brush. I'm going to go back in with the 213 brush back into the bow shade and darken that brown back up. Then buffing it back out with that 562 again. And I'm only buffing it out with what's left over on the brush. I haven't added any new product on it. To help that concealer a little bit, I'm going to wipe off the excess eyeshadow on my lid. And then I'm going to use the concealer to actually make the cut crease. The concealer I'm going to use for the cut crease is the Jeffree Star Magic Concealer in the shade C11. The reason I'm switching concealers is this one's more liquid, so it's easier to work with. I'm just going to put it a little bit on the back of my hand. The brush I'm going to be using is a Morphe M421 brush. Now to sharpen that line a little bit more where the concealer meets the eyeshadow, I'm going to go back in with the 213 brush into bow, and I'm just going to use this right on that line. With a flat blending brush, I'm going to go back in with that Chai shade, and I'm just going to blend that darker shade out a bit more. But this brush will give me a little bit more control on where that blending is actually at. I want to do a shadowed out wing liner for this. I'm going to use those same two shades that I use for this part. And I'm going to use an eyebrow brush. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. I'm going to start off with the shade Bow. I'm going to use this for the main liner part, and then I'm going to blend it out with the Chai. To smoke that out, I'm going to use that same flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use this shade Chai. To prime my face, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. The brush I'm going to be using is a BS Small Round Face Brush. For concealer, I'm going to use the same concealer I use for my eyes, the Maybelline Eraser in the shade 100. I'm going to use that same tapered brush to blend in that concealer. For cream blush, I'm going to use the P. Louise Basic in the shade Blowing Bubbles. I learned with this one the last time I used it that a little bit goes a long way, so I'll slowly add as needed. The brush I'm going to be using is a rounded flat brush by Morphe. With what's left over on the brush, I'm going to put a little bit on my nose and on my forehead. For contour, I'm going to use the NYX Wonderstick. To blend that contour out, I'm going to use the JS3 brush. To set some of those creams, I'm going to use the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist by e.l.f. For setting powder, I'm going to use the L'Oreal's Hydra Perfect in the shade 916. The brush I'm going to be using is a fluffy tapered brush. For my waterline, I'm going to use the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus in the shade Whiteout. For mascara, I'm going to use the Roller Lash by Benefit. For highlighter, I'm going to use a shade from the Carli Bybel palette. I'm going to use the shade Moo. For lip liner, I'm going to use an e.l.f. lip liner in the shade Natural. Because I want my lips to be more of a peachy kind of brown color, I'm going to use the Top Shelf Velour lipstick in the middle and kind of blend those two together. I do not think this lipstick looks good at all, so I am going to take it off and try something different. I'm going to use that same e.l.f. lip liner, the shade Natural. The shade I'm going to use is a velour lipstick by Jeffree Star, and it's called I'm Nude. This is not the color either. The lipstick I'm going to use is a velour lipstick by Jeffree Star, and it's called Celebrity Skin. Because I wanted to have more of a glossy look, I'm going to put a lip gloss over top. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. To set everything, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist again. As you saw in the beginning, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I like hearing y'all's feedback, so please comment down below with anything you'd like to tell me or any future videos you'd like to see. Until next time, bye.